Before you is one of Vincent van Gogh's most mysterious paintings. It is called Patch of Grass. At first glance, it appears to be nothing more than a small patch of meadow. But more than a century later, this very painting revealed one of the most astonishing secrets in the history of art. If you look closely, there's nothing unusual, just grass, wildflowers, a few quick brushstrokes. That's all the world saw for more than 100 years. To understand the story behind this painting, we have to go back to a turning point in Vincent van Gogh's life, when he arrived in Paris. It was there that everything began to change. He spent hours wandering through the city's streets, watching the people, the sky, and the ever-changing light. In Paris, he met the Impressionists. They turned away from tradition, choosing instead to capture life itself, light, air, and moments. Everything around him was changing the way he painted. Inspired by the artists he met, he became bolder with color, searched for new subjects, and painted almost without pause. Slowly, his palette came alive. The dark, earthy tones began to disappear, replaced by vibrant greens, glowing yellows, and brilliant blues. These would become the colors of Van Gogh. He turned to nature for inspiration: fields, trees, the open sky. In his hands, even the most ordinary places became unforgettable. But beneath this burst of creativity was a life marked by constant hardship. Van Gogh could barely afford his materials. Every new canvas came at a cost. Even paint was a luxury, so he used whatever was within reach. That's why Van Gogh often painted over his older works. To him, it was perfectly ordinary. An old canvas simply became the beginning of a new one. That's exactly what happened with this painting. As he finished his final brushstrokes, he could never have imagined that one day, hidden beneath its surface, an extraordinary secret would be discovered. Then, the unexpected happened. Beneath layers of green paint, researchers uncovered an almost complete portrait of a young woman. It had remained hidden for more than 135 years. Art historians believe the hidden portrait was painted around 1884 or 1885. At the time, Van Gogh was living in the Dutch village of Nuenen. There, he often painted portraits of ordinary people. Many people notice how dark the portrait appears, but that's not because of its age. In his early years, Van Gogh deliberately painted with a much darker palette. Just look at the potato eaters, the same deep browns, the same muted tones. Back then, he wasn't searching for beauty. He wanted to capture the hard, honest lives of ordinary people. That's why the hidden portrait appears so dark. It comes from Van Gogh's early years, before his paintings burst into color. Yet one mystery remains. We may never know who she was, but after more than a century, her face was finally seen again.